Brand new adventure today, and we're going to be metal detecting on the river. Now this river is up a little bit murky, so there won't be great underwater action, but I think we'll have a little if we can get shallow enough. Now I've been here before, done quite well, but it's been a couple years, so I'm kind of hoping that, well, just maybe there's some other things here now that have been washed out of the bank, like gold coins and well, muskets. You never know. I have found muskets here. I'm going to post the video no matter what, whether we find anything or not. So if it's like a minute and 30 seconds long, I probably didn't find anything. I'm going to do okay today, though, I promise. My very first target by the boat is a hot rock. Gives a nice little squeak, but it's not really going to be a keeper, I'm afraid. This is kind of weird. It's not really a good signal, but look at this rock right here. First I thought it might be a turtle shell or something weird. And it's a piece of sandstone, okay? Kind of looks like a turtle, doesn't it? But if you turn it over, you can see that this chunk's taken out of it. And what this is a rock that was put in a campfire, and because it's sandstone, there's moisture inside, and the moisture expands, creates steam, and the rock explodes like a little baby cannonball. If you've ever put wet sandstone in a fire like this, you know what I'm talking about. But what this tells me is that someone had a campfire right up there. So this could be a good place to find stuff. If I missed anything, I'm also seeing this, which I thought might be some Indian pottery. And actually that could very well be a little piece of Indian pottery. So that could be from an Indian campsite, or it could be, well, from the rock. Could be from an Indian campsite or some other campsite. I am going to dig a bunch of iron today, okay? And my hope is that there could be a musket or bayonet here. Like I said, I have found muskets and bayonets, so it's possible that, you know, I could have missed one, or the logs like this could have been washed around a little bit, and there might be one laying right there because that was under 3 feet of soil the last time I was here a couple of years ago. We're going to find out. You just hold your horses. So I haven't really moved very far from the boat, and I'm still right where I found that railroad spike, and I'm getting tons of iron, and some of it's really old iron, and it makes me happy because I would not have left that here in previous years if I could have heard it. So I think it's been washed around a little bit. Doesn't mean the next thing we're going to find is going to be a musket, but you never know. That's a spike. I'm just taking my magnet right now, really, and just kind of poking around. And look at those beautiful square nails and spikes. I mean, these are definitely oldies. That and this is probably late 1800s, but this could be Civil War, or actually much before, because this was a colonial era as well. But those are nice, beautiful spikes. I don't know what this thing is. Could be like a lid to something. We'll have to clean that one up and see. Could be actually lid to like a 55-gallon drum, but I'm not sure about that. But those are definitely, you know, at least 100, 150, 200 years old. So good spot right here. Let's keep at it. I'm just up a few feet from where I was finding those spikes, and I just found a skeleton key. Now it's an iron one, but it's still pretty cool, isn't it? Isn't it? Get off the magnet. Yeah, it'll clean up pretty nice. I'll do some electrolysis on it, and it'll be as good as new. So I'm pretty sure I have my first Civil War relic. Now, it was giving kind of a good squeak, but I think it's actually iron. It's really deep. It's in the heavy clay soil with the rocks and stuff, which tells me here anyway, that's pretty old artifact there. I'm pretty sure I know what it is just by the feel with my fingers. I haven't pulled it out of the mud yet. I thought I'd let you do that with me. Now, obviously we can't do it as an underwater shot, but it's a deep signal here. I've actually been working on it for a while, and I have it in my hands, and I'm gonna pull it up, pull it out, and see if you know what it is. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Do you know? All right, now I know what that is, and you guys have been watching my videos should know too. This is a curry comb. This is what the Civil War soldiers used. I'm going to clean this up and show it to you again. This is what they used to brush their horses, the cavalry men. Let me clean that up and I'll get right back with you. Okay, so this is the beast. This is a curry comb. Now, it would have had a handle coming down here that's missing. But this is a good Civil War era construction. Actually, it's in really good shape. Normally when you find these, especially on land, they're like really bad shape. Again, this was used to brush the horses and get their hair nice and clean. And these little nibblies on the end, you could use to clean their hooves too. Now you could use a hoof pick, but I think they were also, they included these here so you could pick the mud out of the hooves. So good Civil War item. That tells me you were right on that artifact layer. So I've had a good 40 minutes of no good targets. Just a lot of aluminum cans and old 55-gallon drums. I guess I'm just in an area where, you know, the old stuff's not exposed. I did find a little stake of some sort. I figure that's probably like a trap stake. But I had my first signal that I think might be a bullet. Down in here, let me move my pick. And let's take a look at it together, since this might be my only lead of the day. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's lots of iron. Yeah, okay, that's the one. Might be a bullet. Lots of iron, big chunk of iron there. Little squeaker there too. Let's go ahead and get this thing. It's possible that's a bullet, but it could be a piece of aluminum. There's so much aluminum in here. Yeah, of course the high waters have. Ooh, you might be able to see under there. All right, I'm gonna put you under. Well, it's not exactly a bullet, but it is a nice chunk of lead, which mimics a bullet. So at least I'm happy about that. But we still need a bullet. At least one bullet today. I normally find tons of them along here. Well, I used to anyway. Well, I did find at least one coin today. That is a modern nickel. But I have found old coins along this stretch, including large cents and colonial copper. So don't give up hope yet. I'm standing where I found the nickel, and well, I just found the needle nose pliers that probably fell out of the guy's pocket when he lost the nickel. The fisherman, all underneath this log right here. Found something down there. I forget what it was. So, oh, it was a can. I want to stop here for a second and show you kind of why I'm getting so many targets in here. Well, I'm not even showing you half of them, but look at all the aluminum cans down there. And it's 55-gallon drums, and there's some type of other drum. But those drums right there, they all break apart. You can see how the tops are off of them. Just so I have a quick clip of what I'm talking about when I say finding the pieces of the can that are all dissolved. This is what I'm talking about. Well, 55-gallon drum, not 55-gallon can. Now this is a really cool find. I know it doesn't look like much, but this is a type of lock that is kind of famous for this area. There's a local blacksmith that used to make them. I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, it's an old like lock from the 1700s. And the neat thing about it is this is exactly the spot that I wanted to get to today to check on, because not only was there Civil War battle here and campsite, there was also a ferry crossing here that almost no one knows about it. Now you can read about it in some accounts, you know, if you dig deep, but the average person would have no idea that there was actually a ferry here in the 1700s. Now there's one or two just upstream from here everyone knows about, but this is kind of like a little secret location. I found a lot of good Civil War stuff here too. This is where I found my my Civil War poncho and a bunch of, you know, buttons and other brass and tons of silver and colonial era coins. So it looks like it's washed out a little bit, maybe not quite as much as I hope, but you know, we might get lucky and get one or two good items. Although that makes the trip right there 100 times over. That's a really cool hand-forged lock. That's awesome. Well, we finally have a fired musket ball. So that makes me happy. We're not skunked on the lead today. Should find a few minis before it's over, I hope anyway. I did find, you know, I've been finding some other iron, like here's an old hinge. And that could be, I don't know how old that is. It could be hundreds, it could be decades. But we do have a fired musket ball at least. Not getting quite as many targets in this area as I had hoped. Not really washed out as much as, you know, well, it could have been, but we're finding a few things. Well, this is a piece of a cannonball right here, so we didn't, we didn't get skunked on our Civil War items. Definitely 100% a cannonball. Awesome. Well, we have our first 100% Civil War bullet. This is a mini ball. You know, the musket ball we found could have been Civil War, but might not have been. Of course, the cannonball fragment definitely was. The curry comb probably was. But yeah, this is a drop mini ball, 54 caliber, and there's another signal just like it off to the left. Fortunately, we can't get underwater, but, well, I mean, you can, but you can't see anything. That's dropped. So that's sweet. What we're gonna do, we'll put that in the bag. We'll get the old metal detector out here, and I'll let you kind of listen to it. I'm gonna beep right there. Not looking at the number though. So go after with the pinpointer again. Can't put you under, so I'll just have to feel around just a little bit. It's a nice layer of mud right here. All right, I'm gonna put you away. And heard a toll train, did you? And we'll dig that off camera and get you right back out again. It's just too hard to do with one hand, and I guess I could set you on the bank, but nah, I'll just put you away. Bye bye. All right, you made me feel bad, so I put you on the bank. Get that metal detector. Well, let's pinpoint it first. Okay, should be right about here. All right, it's in here. See it? Oh, it's a little tiny ball. Oh no, actually it isn't. There it is. It's a piece of buckshot. So it's probably some more of these buckshot down there. That's probably why it's a weird signal now. And one 69 caliber round ball. So I'll get back at it and I'll show you what's down here off camera. Got a nice iron signal here, and guess what? You know what it is? I bet you've seen one of those before, huh? This is another curry comb. So it was another dude on a horse, a cavalryman, that either threw it away or lost it. It's got the handle on it too. You can see part of it sticking out. It would have had wooden wood handle to go on that. So a little bit of a squeak on this one. This is actually part of another type of old lock. That's a brass plate right there. Had me stumped for a minute because I know I heard brass. All right. Kind of interesting little find. This is obviously a lead, weight for fishing, but it looks almost like twine or like string. So that could be a really old string or twine. That's kind of cool. A pretty happy little signal here that I'm hoping we can get some underwater work. That's iron, but right in here, that's either a bullet probably or a modern sinker, but I think we can get some underwater action for you. So I'm going to go ahead and do it while we can. Are you ready? Well, I'm happy that we got to see it underwater, but that's another dropped mini ball from the American Civil War. I'll have to look around close here. Let's get the pinpointer out. Just check, make sure there's no more down there. A little more aggressive with that one because I remember that's where we had that iron hit. So yeah, that's just a lid off one of those 55-gallon drums. But let's check it with a metal detector instead of the pinpointer, and that way we'll know if there's any more bullets there. Of course I have to turn it off. I turned it off so it wasn't going crazy while we were doing this. So battery's almost dead. I have to go to the back of the boat, get some more batteries. A lot of times when you find a bullet, you don't, just find one. Drop ones anyway. Oh, another big piece of iron there, so we'll go ahead and investigate that. I'll do it off camera. That's my pick. I'll do that off camera because it could be just more of that barrel. I just dug this ball mason not a mason jar, it's a ball jar. This is what the canning jar on number 7. And there's another big signal right underneath it down there. And I'm thinking it might be gold coins that were in the jar. So what I'm going to do is put you under and let you take the first peek and see what that giant signal is. You ready? Go! cross, so I knew it wasn't a bunch of gold coins. That is like off of a harness of some sort for either horses or, yeah, well, horses for plowing or something, I think. Pretty sure. That's probably what I was hearing, that big signal. Let's hit it with a metal detector, see if there's gold coins. Ready? Listen, shh. Nope, just more iron. Oh well. I'll dig up some of the iron and see what it is. Well, we didn't beat the rain. At least it's not too juicy out here with electricity. Just dug these lead things right in the hole here I was digging out. I don't know how old they are. I mean, they could be pre-Civil War, could be 1910, could be 1810. Not really sure. But there's lots of signals in here, and this is where I was getting all the nails, so I'm definitely coming back. Well, I kind of wish we had skedaddled when the skedaddling was good. I tell you, you better buckle up, Buttercup, because it's going to be a mean one. At least I'm not going to get drowned if I get struck by lightning in here. I just made it back. Kind of notice I got plastic? Woohoo! We're going to party!
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring.